パラレイドアクティベート。同調対象。スピアヘッドプロセッサ。
はじめまして、ハンドラー1。こちらはスピアヘッド戦隊戦隊長。パーソナルネームアンダーテイカーです。
よろしくお願いしますね、アンダーテイカー。そう。
So, in today's video, we are going to discuss about the new anime 86. Yeah, it's also a novel series that is written by Asato Sensei and illustrated by Shirabi Sensei. So while watching the series, you might get a Darling in the Franxx vibe at the first, but after watching the series for some time, you will notice that this series is far more interesting than that, and you will easily get hooked up with this. Let me just give you a simple overview and explanation of the series of the season 1, of course. So here I start. It's a story about a country named Republic, and the story began when one of the neighboring countries of Republic waged wars with Republic using highly advanced mechanized weapons called legions. They were kind of robots. And to counter them, the republics came up with a highly advanced mechanized robots vehicles which had to be piloted by peoples. Yeah, kinda like the Franks, which had to be piloted, but in this case they were called the Juggernauts, and they can be piloted by a single person each. And these Juggernauts kinda look like this and this. Yeah, basically they looked all same, more or less same, while the legions looked like this. Yeah, there were many versions of the legions as they varied according to their danger levels. So there were many districts in the country of Republic, but at the time of the war, all the Albas of Republic were living a normal life inside the country, while people of every other races were made to form their own districts closest to the battlefields, and they were known as the 86ers, as their district was named as the 86th district. And if you don't know what albas are, basically albinism is a type of disease that is formed due to the complete absence of pigment melanin in your skin. Okay, you won't understand this. To put it simply, basically white peoples were made to stay safe, while people of other races were made to fight the legions in their defective juggernauts, and if anyone refused, they were shot dead at the place. Yes, they were what to say, they were racist. Yes, while they valued the life of the white peoples mostly, they risked the life of the people of every other races that much. The deaths of the 86 peoples was not even a matter to the government of Republic, as the 86 peoples themselves were not even considered humans in the eyesight of republics, simply mocked at them, laughed at them, and if someone at Republic even mentioned their names at once of the 86 peoples, they were also laughed at by the rest of the Republic peoples. Yes, you can see they were totally racist peoples. And so the Republic government stated the 86 people that after 5 years of service they can return to Republic and lead a normal life. But none of those 86 peoples made it back to the Republic even once, as after all their missions, at the last mission, if they managed to succeed all their missions at the last missions, they were sent to a suicide mission with 0% survival rate. Yes, they were sent to a place filled with legions, and they were said to attack them without any survival chance, and thus were treated poorly among the Albas, and their deaths on the battlefields was not even considered as casualties, as they were not even considered humans. Among all these racist Albas, there was one young woman of high ideals, as she knew about the dark truth of the Republic and despised the government for not taking any actions against them and supporting the Republic. And so she worked hard towards her goal of gaining high spot in the army and stopping this discrimination against the 86ers. As she worked hard and was promoted to the rank of a major at an early age, she received her ideals from her father, who also despised the Republic government for their deeds against the 86 peoples. And among all the squads of the 86, there was one squad which was famous for their captain, who was known as his code name Undertaker, as he was also famous among because he had survived each and every squad he visited even after the death of the rest of the squad members. So he was seen as a kind of idol figure in the whole generation of the 86 peoples at that time. And fatefully, as Lena became the new major, she got her one of the first squads to command. That was the squad of this Undertaker, Spearhead Squadron unit. Now, here, some of you might have been confused by the roles of this major as they were Albas in the battlefields, as I mentioned previously that only the 86 people fought the battles. So, okay, let me explain. Now, these juggernauts were piloted by the 86 people and they fought battle on the battlefield. And they were accompanied by a major, which was an Alba, to give them orders how to proceed and to fire from which direction. And obviously the majors weren't allowed to go meet their squad people. The major used to give orders from their house to the soldiers fighting in the battlefields. Actually it was kinda unfair, you know. Yes, not kinda, it is totally unfair. But I am a bit relieved because for Lena it is okay because she deeply cared for her subordinates, and even if one of the people or one of the squad members of 86 died in her command, she was deeply sorrowed and she cried for several days. Then again, as she had to take on the captain role, so she continued command. Now, as I mentioned before also, Lena was completely different from the rest of the Elvas as she deeply cared for her squad members and mourned for their deaths. And as no one ever did this before as a major, the squad was quite surprised. Then we get to see that our protagonist Shin and Lena having regular conversation regarding battle plans, and soon from battle plans it turns out to be a friendly chat. And then just when you get to think the story goes on like this, there comes a sudden twist. And that's it for today. I won't be spoiling any further, and I made this video to recommend you to watch this series 86, as 86 is the birth of a revolution, because after it comes out completely or it finishes airing, this whole anime, not only I'm talking about season 1, I'm also talking about completely finishes, then you will see this leaves a deep impact. I'm a light novel reader and I read up till volume 2, and I can guarantee you that this is the birth of a revolution.